And Loder's review said, and I'm quoting here, Charlie St. Cloud sees dead people, which would be the ideal audience for this movie.
The former Rolling Stone writer and MTV host has now put some of his most entertaining reviews into a book called The Good, the Bad, and the God-Awful. Kurt Loder, good to see you here this morning.
Good morning.
What was that actor's name again from Charlie St. Cloud? What was that dude's name? You see?
Don't go there.
You see, that's what happened.
You don't even know.
You see, you don't even know. That movie was that bad.
Suppress that. He's a very well-known actor.
It's just not a good movie.
Yeah.
Another movie that you thought was absolutely terrible was based on a Saturday Night Live skit, and there have been a number of Saturday Night Live skits that have gone on to produce really bad movies. Let's take a look at a clip real quick from MacGruber. I know you love this one.
Colonel.
Hello, MacGruber.
MacGruber. How did you find me?
You forget I taught you everything you know.
Not everything, Colonel.
How can you not like that?
So you were slack-jawed when you saw it. What was it about this movie that just touched off a visceral reaction?
It's remarkable that it achieves a sort of excellence you don't see because everything about it is bad. I mean, the idea was bad. It's derived from a 1-minute Saturday Night Live sketch, stretched out to 90 minutes. Why? No reason. Production values are terrible. The actors, and just everything about it was very bad.
On the flip side of that, what you define as good is In Bruges, which is a Colin Farrell movie, and we'll take a look.
I suppose you got a gun up there?
Yeah.
Well, what are we going to do? We can't stand here all night.
Why don't you both put your guns down? Go home.
Don't be stupid. This is the shootout.
What's good about that?
It was written by, it's the first movie directed by Martin McDonagh, who's an Irish playwright. He's a great playwright. It's a great story. It's very well written. The dialogue is wonderful. And you have Ralph Fiennes and Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson in it. It's just a great film. And it's shot in Brussels, and it has kind of a toy box fairy tale quality to it. More people should see that movie. It's so good.
So you're saying that movie is better than MacGruber?
Angioplasty is better than MacGruber.
Well, let's talk about the book for a second, because there are some biting reviews in this. And like with anything, when they say when you're mad, especially with an email or something of that nature, take a break before you write back. Do you ever think about that with a review? You walk out of a movie and you're just so furious because it was so bad that they've wasted time. You can't get back. Do you pause before you write something?
Well, yeah, you have to think about something before you write about it. But some movies marinate in your anger, and they become even more seasoned. And you think it really is bad. Somebody should say something about this. I see a lot of good movies too. Let's talk up the good as well. But some movies are just, you hope that people don't get suckered into turning their money over to see them.
Do you ever ask for your money back at the theater?
No. You get your revenge in other ways.
I love the fact that you've got an entire section devoted to Nic Cage movies. I'm assuming that's not because they're great movies, correct?
Well, the man's a genre unto himself. I think because he's a great actor. And as we know from leaving Las Vegas, he really is a great actor. But I think because of his problems with the IRS, he owes them so much money, I think he has to work a lot. And I think he's been forced into doing movies, many of which are terrible, and yet he's still great in them. And the tension between these two things is mesmerizing.
It's like, how do you combine the two? How can you be such a good actor in such bad movies? Do you have a personal one that you hate most that Nick was in? In Leaving Las Vegas, we've mentioned that was his one. Every blind squirrel finds an acorn. But
I think Bangkok Dangerous is very bad, very bad. And yet he was great in Kick-Ass a couple of years ago.
That's actually, that was a good movie.
He was good in that.
It was one that many people didn't say that I thought was very good. Do you have some favorites that you can list off? Like ones that you sit back and say, God, I really love this one.
The book I try to highlight some independent movies a lot of people probably haven't seen. There are pictures like The Fall is a great movie. The Brothers Bloom by Ryan Johnson is a great movie. They open their opening weekend, they don't make $100 million, they're gone. So you have to go seek them out, but they're there. There are a lot of great movies around.
And you love Transformers too, right?
Kurt Loder, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, we appreciate it.
And the book again, by the way, is The Good, the Bad, and the God-Awful.